We're going to look at Burma now. It's a significant day in terms of technology and communication for the country. Thousands of $2 mobile SIM cards have gone on sale throughout the country. Now, it's seen as one of the last untapped mobile markets in the world, and up until this morning. Just to put this into context for you, the cost of a SIM card was out of the reach for most Burmese people, now $2. Let's get more on this. I'm joined by BBC journalist Samantha Barry, who spent a few months in Burma last year working with local journalists for a BBC Media Action project. Sam, thanks for being with us. So obviously a huge day for people. Yeah, do put it into context for us, what it means.
Lucy, it's a huge day. Burma, just to put it in context for the viewers, it rivals North Korea as one of the lowest mobile penetrations in the world. And one of the reasons behind that was the astronomical price of a SIM card. In 2001, when SIM cards were introduced, it cost $5,000 to activate a SIM card. Now, that price has decreased and steadily come down over the recent years, but it's $300. Up until today, it was $300 for a SIM card, well out of the reach of your average Burmese person. So, it's a big day for mobile technology in Burma.
How's it going to change not only communication but reporting in the country?
It's going to change, first of all, the communication between villages. When I was there, I talked to people that whole communities of villages had saved up to buy one mobile phone between them. But it's going to change how they communicate with each other, but also how they get news out to the international community. So we showed these pictures earlier this week from a story in Burma. These pictures were over a month old, but the story was new for us because we were getting the images. That's not going to happen when you have a country where people have mobile or video-enabled phones, where they have internet and the infrastructure is there. So if this rollout of mobile phones is successful, we'll be able to get lots more reporting and communications out of Burma.
How are the SIM cards going to be allocated, Sam?
Well, it's a bit contentious, actually. So this morning they went on sale, but they didn't actually go on sale. In order for the government to try to, in their aim of trying to spread it out around the country and not just to the cities, they allocated some of these 350,000 SIM cards to townships who held lotteries because everybody wanted in on the action. And what's happened this morning is that those lucky few that did get a SIM card in the lottery have been selling them on for 10 times their price. So there's already this morning a black market in SIM cards in Burma.
Having a mobile phone is something we definitely take for granted. When you were there with doing the project a few years ago, how did people rank having a mobile phone in terms of other issues facing the country?
It was really interesting. Very few of the reporters I worked with had a mobile phone at the time, and even that's just such a surprise for us as journalists that they don't have a mobile phone. And what was interesting, over a year and a half ago, we looked at what news stories were interesting to people, what they were talking about, what they wanted to hear about. And ahead of stories about Aung San Suu Kyi, ahead of stories about democracy, what they were talking about was, when am I going to be able to afford a mobile phone and when am I going to have one in my hand?
So obviously today is a huge deal. Sam, thank you very much for coming in.